What is going on, Merch Spitters? My name is 80s Man here, back with part 2 of my history with video games what was it? My thoughts on. And last week we did one on console gaming, and today I was going to do PCs and that. And this, I think unlike the consoles in that, which I had I think my first console was it was actually 2000. Turns out it was like 2004. That's when we first brought the PlayStation 2 in that. I just talked to my parents in that, and it turns out it was like 2004. That's when we first got the PlayStation 2 in that. And that was like until beyond the net when I got the PlayStation 3 in that. But with my PC in there, it's more I think it's more like expanded in it, especially since well, let me just tell you about my PC history of gaming in that. The first the computer that I know is that we had was if you guys seen my old videos, was the Dell. It was a Dell Division 2600. That was the first PC I owned in that. We had like an earlier Pentium 3 I heard, but that one got destroyed, so we ended up like putting that in there. And the games that I played was more like I was mostly playing entertainment games like Clue Finders right here. That's one that I remember playing fondly in that. I played this one a lot later before then. Well, the actual PC itself actually. So yeah, that was the first game. There's mostly like those games, mostly by the loaning company, and there was like another one called Eureka in it that did like other games like that. But that wasn't like till later on and that. But most of the games that I since we were pretty poor growing up in that, so the only PC games that I ever played was like at my school and that. And my teacher had like I think it was like a Windows 98 PC. I don't know what it was in it, but I do remember it had like the background was Stonehenge because she was from the UK and that, so she had that on the background. But the only games I remember playing, it was like the game with it was like mostly just playing old mostly PC games and that. But the first game that I remember playing, well, two of them I remember playing, were the first two actual games I ever played that weren't like entertainment games and that. One of them was Croc Legend of Gombos, and the other one was Lego Island. And I do remember Lego Island more fondly than Croc in that, and I don't have a copy of Croc at the moment. I do have it emulated on my Xbox. I recently if you guys don't know, I recently actually hacked my PlayStation Classic in there, and that has more games that including Croc, so that's been added to the homebrewed and hacked into the PlayStation Classic in there. Also added Doom as well. Yeah, and those I do remember Lego Island more often in that than Croc, because I only played Croc for well, when we had the computer now, I only played it at the end of near the end of the day, and since I was the oldest one, I was the only one that used the old computer, and we eventually got later on when I was still in primary school, I eventually got myself we had a new I think it was Windows, I think it was either Windows XP or 7 in that, but I still played the old one then because of it, and I think I remember playing Lego Island a lot better and than Croc in that, even though those two games have aged pretty badly, especially Lego Island. I see a lot of people saying it's never they should remaster it or something like that. But yeah, that was the only one. And Croc is, well, it is well remembered in there, and it has more gameplay big gameplay than Lego Island, which Lego Island is basically just a little kids game. While Croc Legend of the Gobos is actually an actual physical game in that. But I think I remember playing that one more often because I was it was I had a weird, I don't know why, but I think I still have a weird nostalgic memories with, I have weird nostalgic memories of things I never actually grew up with, but I remember experiencing at some point, they were at the back of my mind in that I do remember. So yeah, that was basically, so that's probably why. And I think Lego from the mid to late 90s, what's my nostalgic in that, and mostly because I had we had a friend, I think I remember it was I think it was my dad's friend that Taupo in there, and we usually stay over their places because they have two daughters in there, and we usually and they also play games as well, and they had a big yellow container full of eight Lego from the 1908 from the 90s in there, and that's where they got, and that's why I still feel a bit nostalgic in that because of those pieces in that. Yeah, so that's basically why I play Lego Island more often than Croc. Well, I do play. I think my sister Raul remembers it more well than I do that because she was the first. She went to my high school before and she remembers doing it and that. Yeah, and those are the two first games I ever played in that. And then later down the line, I around I think it was around 2000. I played those games until I left high school in there, and that was when I got when I first high school was intermediate in there. And I kind of missed my old teachers and played those other games in that. But then I got into browser games in that Cool Mass games. I also got myself into Happy Wheels. Who remembers Happy Wheels in that? Yeah. And then one day I was talking to my friends in that, and they were playing a game called Minecraft, and that was the second PC game I remember playing in that. And obviously I don't have a physical release of it. I I do have it for the Xbox 360, but my girlfriend has it at the moment, so basically I can't show you a physical one in that. But I remember playing that, and I remember begging my parents to buy me it, and then they finally got it in that. Then that's when I started playing Minecraft, and then I don't know when I started playing. I do remember my dad was like watching me play Lego Island, and I'm not Lego Island, I remember playing Minecraft, and he reminded him of Doom, which now that I think about it, I don't know why there's no connection in it, because like the pixel style and that, but yeah, it was like, it reminded me of Doom in that, and I was like, okay, Doom, never heard of it. But I was familiar with Doom, I think it was with like the history of gaming and that. That's when I got into like Pac-Man, Super Mario Bros. And that, so I was like into like historical games and that, Pong and all the other stuff and that. And then when I heard about Doom, was like influential, and it was like a first-person shooter, and I was like, okay, I'll see what it's like. And then I think it was like either played it in this, I think it was like November and that, even November or early December, but I remember playing it during its like around its 20th anniversary in 2013. I played Doom Flash game that was made by Newgrounds in that. Yeah, and that was like the one that I remember. I remember like playing that much, and then eventually I got into like more of the other FPS games in that, and then I went down the garage in that, and I found this, an actual boxed PC game of Quake, and we also got I also got a dual case version of Quake 2 in that, but this is like the first and probably like the only actual PC game I own in the physical box in that. And the main reason is because like one, it's kind of like they're kind of rare, and two, people just usually chuck it out in that. But I'm very happy to have this, and when I move out, I'm definitely keeping this with me. It hasn't like aged well, like it's kind of like bent and broken in that, but it's still kind of impressive in that. And that's when I got into like in-software games. I got into Wolfenstein, Quake, and then when I finally got into I'll do more of like a Doom episode in that, which is going to be coming soon in it, because I want to release it before and during Doom Eternal net, so I'll wait until then, and then I got into that. We'll talk about more about my Doom history in that, and hopefully in software and the other series in that. But then I got into those games in there, and then eventually around that point I've got into like more old school FPS games like Duke Nukem. I got to Blood, Shadow Warrior. I even played Katana as well. So, and that was also that's when I discovered G-Man Lives, which is a YouTuber who's an Australian one as well, and it's interesting because I'm from New Zealand, he's from Australia. We have like different, like, if you guys live in Australia and New Zealand, we have like a bit of a rivalry going on in that. Yeah, and then, which is kind of like interesting in that, and everyone goes confused first, and then I got to his videos, he got me into like other old school FPS games, and especially like DOS era, and then eventually around that time when I left intermediate, when I joined high school and that, I had a tablet. And the first game I ever played on it was actually like a Doom port for it, and I will talk about more about it. And then I got into like because I got myself like a tablet, and I still have the tablet with me, but it has a cracked screen. I want to get it fixed, or I want to get it thrown out. And I probably just gonna do the latter in it because I don't use tablets anymore. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. I got into like I got like the DOS box in there because I had an emulator for it. It was pretty awful in there, and then I got into like and then around 2015, I actually got my first Steam account in there, which I started like buying all those older PC games in there. Got a bunch of other, got Doom, got Wolfenstein, got Duke Nukem before Randy Pitchford gave us the middle finger. I just completely removed it all. It forced us to buy the Avalon version. So that was when I started playing these old games in there, and also around then I got into like PC platforming games in there. Like I played I got into Commander Keen, the original Duke Nukem games. I got into all the Apogee stuff, and then I learned about shareware in there, and that was like more about the demo, and more about shareware. I think shareware is a lot better than like actual demos in there. Like I think with demos in there, you get like, I think you'll get like one level. It's probably buggy in that, and also I think it's like I think demos are only like used for like a certain amount of time in there, and that's about. And you only play it in that, and then it's gone. You can replay it over and over again, but it's not as good as a shareware in that, because shareware is like a third of it. You get the first episode for free. Wasn't that awesome in that? And also you might like got it for like I think Telltale Games did that for like a few moments in that before it got shut down and that. But I was like, get the full video. It's like there's no time in that. You get to keep it. So if you like which is like kind of like cool about like Doom in it. You can like download a bunch of stuff in that, but then you got kind of like confused people in it, because when they play like the shareware, they actually like, I heard of like people like saying that they played the shareware version for like hours and hours and hours, and didn't even know about the full version until recently in that. Which actually that was like me, because I didn't even know about it. I didn't play them. Oh my god, can I reach it? Yeah, this is not actually. Oh, wait, does it? do I have the PC version of it? Oh, yes, I do. Alright, let me just... Okay, right there. Yeah, I've got myself... When I first played Doom and that, I'll talk about more of the BFG edition. I'll be more about it later. I got through the BFG edition on my PlayStation 3. Yeah, that's... I actually have like a... I actually kind of enjoyed it because that was even like when I first started playing Doom and that. And I played that on the consoles and that, and then I got into like the... Finally got the PC one in that, which I got the last copy in it. And my dad kind of scolded me because I actually had like the... We had the PlayStation 3 version in that, so... And then around that time, 2015 is when I started my Retro Ladies Man channel, which I'm coming close to my 30th anniversary, my 5th year anniversary now. And it's going to be able to do like a live stream and stuff like that, and a couple of updates. Then that's when I got more into like PC games and now, because I was like watching like I was watching LGR, I was watching G-Man, I was watching about Brutal Moose, Cater, who's doing like a few PC games and that, and actually usually just does like PlayStation 1 and 2 and that. And there's also I think Space Hamster was the one I remember watching before, and then eventually got me into like watching like Chevy 11. I got into, oh my god, what was that other YouTuber? There's a bunch of other YouTubers in that that do old PC games and that. And that leads us sort of to today and that. And I've recently been starting to like find like I'm kind of going to my little like PC midlife crisis and that. Like I got myself an old computer over there. It doesn't work. I want to get it fixed and that. I've got like oh my goodness, please don't be heavy. I got myself some games on it. I got myself let's just go. Let me show you. I got myself an old CRT monitor and that. I'm gonna view it more often. There's my old computer to it. I still have like the old Division that one needs to be fixed. But that one, I recently got that like last year and that one works perfectly in that. So let me just go put the camera back. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so blurry. Right. I think that's gonna yeah, those are it. So I got more into that, and also got myself started to like buy the physical versions of games I do. It's mostly through second-hand shops in that because I don't have a credit card or debit card in that. And the recent one I've got in that was Grand Theft Auto, and this one does have mod support, by the way, not the recent releases in that. But I'm gonna do like whenever GTA 6 gets announced, I'm gonna do my own thoughts on the GTA series in that. Yeah, and that's when I also got like Duke Nukem in there, and I also have got I also got all the Quake games, including Quake 4 it was also the recent one I got because I didn't release. Because they didn't release it on the recent one, Champions on physical, so that's the only one I don't own in there. And yeah, I basically recently got myself into like buying. Let me just see. I recently got buying into the old into my trying to go back to my childhood, because nostalgia kicks me in the balls harder than anything else. I recently got myself into the amazing world of the Learning Company games in that, and I'm trying to play the games that I recently like played in that. And most of the stuff I played on was like Mac in that. Like I think the one I remember playing was oh my god, what was that game again? Oh yeah, it was I think it was like Treasure Caves or something like that. I remember playing it on the Mac. There was also one by the Learning Company, and try to buy back my childhood in that. So basically, but for the modern games I've played, most of them are being like mostly on like Steam and that. And yeah, about my friends and that, most of my friends like console games and that. Even on my girlfriend, her brother has like a gaming PC and that. She still plays on like the Xbox One and that. And I'm also saving up to buy myself an Xbox One, even though I'm focused myself more on my PC and that. I'm gonna have to after I recently got myself a new graphics card, a hard drive. I got 2 hard drives in it. One of them's for like PC games in it, and the other one I got myself an SSD, which makes it like a lot faster, and I also got like another one for backup in that. But I want to upgrade like the motherboard and got myself a new CPU in there, so I'm saving up for that. So hopefully I might give myself like a better PC gaming, which is a little bit better than her brother one is that. But yeah, but the recent games I've been playing in there, but basically just again like rebuying like a bunch of like games on like Steam and that. I mostly got into like indie games like DUSK, Iron Fury. Fuck you, Bruce Dickinson, and recently played what was that other game I remember playing? Oh yeah, Viscera Clean Detail. Even though it came out in 2015, I recently played it more than often, and also oh shit, not my fit chair went down. I've also been playing that more than my actual like most of my most of my other games in there. So I'm kind of addicted. I need to go to therapy in there, but I am still it's digital. I'm still part of I'm still on the line of like owning games digitally and that. Like it's good because if you're like me and like on a budget and don't have access to like buying stuff online and that, it's cool to just have something that you can like have physical like download to your PC on a server and that. But it's also like something that I don't like is PC games digital with that. The problem is with that sometimes like you get like I think it's like because of compatibility issues and there's a problem in that. Playing like older games with PC and it's pretty good with like DOSBox in that because like it's on an emulator and that. But there's also like something like an older game that uses like old Windows in there. There's compatibility issues in there and like freezes your game. It says like you can't have this because you don't have the right direct exit for it in there. And I got like I'm gonna do my own Xbox one in there and hopefully soon. But there's also like being digitally distributed on digital stores and that can be removed in that. Like for instance, I already talked about the Duke Nukem franchise and that. Yeah, hopefully Randy does lose the rights to Duke Nukem in that. I think he might actually because I heard I think Bobby Prince, the composer of Duke Nukem, and he also does like Doom in that, but he's suing them in that. But I'm pretty sure if he does like win the lawsuit, I'm pretty sure he's gonna lose the rights to the franchise in that. But seriously, he should just quit gaming and that. Maybe he should just stop gaming entirely. Maybe shut down Gearbox. Maybe and also I want to talk about Doom entirely in that. So that's basically my history of gaming up to today, and that's basically my whole gaming experience of consoles, games. I might do it with like probably might be one of the mobile games in it because that one's like that's another kettle of fish, and also I didn't like play many on PC like mobile games in that. But yeah, if I do end up doing part 3, and it's probably gonna be like an April Fool's joke in that. So anyway, mind your ears, man. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys and don't forget, after this video is probably gonna be to do my thoughts on that. So we have two my thoughts on videos in 1 week. So I'll see you guys in the next video.